So yeah, he played it, and it's just kind of the monotone, kind of creepy, kind of douche, but like in a dark way, kind of like almost, kind of Vin Diesel ish with kind of with a low kind of monotone voice. So kind of pushing his voice, but not quite, which I'm glad he wasn't because everybody knows so much that that turns me off from an actor if they push their voice too much. So.
He probably had you in mind when he made it.
Oh yeah, I bet. I wonder what Dr. Bones will think of this one, sucker. You know. Now, so you have seen Arrow, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now with this one, I honestly, I want to give Arrow a chance, but they're sinking. They got to do something to spice it up because it's just getting too mundane and boring. I mean, they do the flashback to Hong Kong, and they show Oliver actually kills someone, but then what's her name? Sarah's girlfriend. I'm blanking her name right now, but comes back and she's trying to avenge her death, and of course, they find out that Malcolm Merlin's still alive, and Thea's back in town, and Thea's like, "Oh, he is," so kind of playing stupid, right? But the fact that Merlin said, "No, I'll do anything to protect you, Thea," that sort of thing, and saying that he wasn't the killer, he didn't kill Sarah. And you know what? I kind of believe him, and I'm kind of with him that it was a dad from the League of Assassins.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is good, which probably means we're going to see more of the League of Assassins, which is a good thing. And that being said, because the League of Assassins, essentially from the last episode, is showing that they're going to have some sort of involvement in this whole thing, is chances are Malcolm and Arrow will be working together.
Yeah.
Just because Malcolm's got all that training, so I mean, just as good as Arrow is, or pretty much better. But no, they're not going to be it's not going to be like kind of best buddies sort of thing. But they looks like they'll be working together to kind of destroy this League of Assassins.
Yeah, I definitely think they're going to reluctantly team up with each other. I have to say, this was.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was a stronger episode than has been, given that it had some very strong key points with Merlin, who I think is a fantastic character, and John Barrowman is an amazing actor, and I feel like he brings an edge to the show, and I think he's really been rubbing off on Willa Holland, who plays Thea. I think she's gotten better being around him, so I'm really enjoying their storyline. The thing in Hong Kong, I agree. I'm so over the flashbacks.
Yeah, I'm done, because they go from this, and then flashback to Hong Kong. It's like, oh, really, again? Enough of the island, enough of the Hong Kong, we're done with that. Let's move into the present here and forget about the past. We've pretty much discussed everything from the past and pretty much everything's settled. Thea knows pretty much about it now. So, we're good. Let's move into the present stuff and let's get moving on some more action, because even the action was all right, kind of when they had that kind of 3-on-1 sort of thing. Yeah, it was good for a little bit. Then it kind of got your boring kind of regular. It's like, all right, let's do something different here. Let's see some more action that's actually decent and worthwhile watching for more than a few seconds.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the Nissa character coming back and being all gangbusters about, she didn't really care who killed Sarah. She just kind of wanted to kill someone, it seemed. Arrow was saying, Malcolm Merlin, I believe him, I don't think that he did it. And a rational person would have been focused on trying to really legitimately avenge Sarah, and she really wasn't focused on that. She kind of bored me a little bit, and then her and Laurel going back and forth, and oh my God, Laurel, the writing for that character just gets worse by the week.
You know what? I totally agree with that. Yeah, Nissa, I think, was her only point was to show that the League of Assassins are going to be in these episodes coming up. So, and really, they didn't have to go with that whole background where, like you said, she wouldn't kill anyone. But you know what? I was pretty happy with Lance when he says, "I'm not used to seeing you out of your Halloween costume."
That was a good line.
And you know what? She does look like she's in a Halloween costume. It's pretty much like a reverse Red Riding Hood.
It is.
So it's almost like a lazy attempt to give her a decent costume. I mean, even if they're trying to, kind of twist the sex appeal onto it, to be completely honest, is pretty much my personal feeling.
I agree. It's so bulky. Her outfit is so big. It's not spelt. It's not streamlined at all. So I frankly think she has the worst costume of anyone on the show. But Roy showed up, aka Red Arrow, where it was hilarious. Nissa comes to kidnap Thea, and he does this elaborate, ridiculous leap off the hood of a car unnecessarily. He could have just, continued walking, and she just blew a dart right in his neck. But his outfit is truly awful. This time he did like a Ninja Turtle, because his eyes, it was bizarre, but his outfit is looking like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Really? See, I think it's actually kind of decent. Actually, kind of now he looks like the Red Arrow because the mask is sunken in. It's because we got the big hoods, right? But the big hoods kind of shadow their face on top of the masks. Sorry.
True. I do think he like maybe darken around his eyes a little bit, because his eyes are so big that it just kind of looks like these. It looks weird. I don't know. It doesn't look very natural. His whole look there.
Okay, fair enough. See, my only thing was they're getting almost too cheeseball, just because Thea's like no, like they go to dinner. Always like, going to pay for it. She goes, well, what money do you have? I heard you heard you lost Queens Consolidated. And it's like, well, you don't need money either, blah, blah. She goes, well, I'm thinking about opening the club back up, and I got a lot of backers and that sort of thing. Like, okay, I mean, there's a plot behind this somewhere. And then, of course, Roy goes over and goes, no, I'll help you out as friends, purely platonic. And she's like, yeah, well, it's like, well, I could use a manager. It's like, oh, come on. And like, I'm not gonna, I know what I'm saying here, so I can stop myself by actually giving the actual expletive. But I was like, oh, come on, F off. Like, right? So literally were the first words out of my mouth. I was like, oh, come on, F off. Like, really?
Yeah, I mean, Roy, I don't know why she wants, I don't get the sense that she wants to be with him at all anymore, so just cut him loose,
But it's not Roy, just the cheesiness when like, well, I could use a manager. It's like, oh, come on.
Just because it's just so predictable.
Yeah, exactly. That's more or less the point I was getting at. It was cheeseball, and for once it wasn't on someone. It was half and half. It was half on Roy and half on Thea.
Gotcha.
So yeah, but like I said, they better pick up the pace, because if not, I don't really plan on watching too much longer, because I want to be interested in it, but it's starting to bore me.
I got you. As long as they bring Malcolm Merlyn, I'm gonna stay put watching the show and maybe make his character a little bigger. Honestly, he and Felicity and weirdly, now Thea are the only things that are keeping me watching, which is sad because you should be watching for the Arrow, but his character has gotten so self-pitying and lame, I just can't get into it anymore. And
that's what I'm saying. So I'm glad you agree with me on this one, because sometimes obviously we don't see eye, which is fine. That's kind of the point of the show, but I'm glad you agree with me on this one, because yeah, it's just his character's kind of getting bored and tired.
Yeah.
So just a few things, and we'll get into our drops and Halloween discussions, because like I said, I got a bunch of Halloween drops. And one thing, the only piece of rock news, because there's a few kind of cool things in the news this week, like the rock news, but the one thing, another one, I was like, it was more or less like, you bunch of effing copycats. You had to do that, didn't you? And what I'm talking about is last week, the Foo Fighters did a week-long residency on the Letterman Show. It was really cool, and they put some Led Zeppelin tunes. It was really good, and it went really well. But then, guess who decided to follow, and now they're going to be on the Craig Kilborn Show for a week. None other than my most favorite band in the world, Metallica. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, good copy job, Like, if you want to do residency, hook up to Vegas. I mean, come on. I like the first thing I thought was like, bunch of copycats. First thing that popped into my head is like, this isn't gonna be cool. This is gonna suck because they're copying someone else. Like, well, hey, maybe they did, so we can do it too because we're Metallica. I mean, obviously everybody knows my feeling on that, but it just really kind of irked me a little bit. It's like, you're really doing this? Come on. So yeah, that bothered me just a little bit. I mean, not that I watch Craig Kilborn, it's just a principle of the whole thing. Is more or less what it comes down to. So, and the one thing that's exciting for me, I have a very eclectic like in music. I mean, rock, alternative, blues, jazz. I mean, I like a lot of everything. And one of my favorite bands on the heavier side of things is a band called Slipknot, which they just released their newest album called The Great Chapter. And it hit number one right off the hop, which is awesome. It may not stay up there for a long time, but excuse me, it entered into number one. And from what the article said from Rolling Stone is the industry itself, obviously the music industry, they're waiting to see what happens with Taylor Swift's new album, just because it's her first album that's actually like poppy as opposed to country.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not really a fan at all. I mean, the only reason I may know a few things is because I've heard it on the radio at work or something like that. But I mean, respect to the artist, but like, I'm kind of hoping like it doesn't do so well. I'd like to see Slipknot up there just for like maybe at least a week or so. It'd be cool. Like, if not, at least keep it number one. That's still fine. I mean, they're still a rocking band, and I'm not gonna think any less of them if they don't stay on top for more than a week or however long.
Well, given that I've heard a little more than half of Taylor Swift's new album, I don't know how good the chances are because this album is kicking.
Oh boy.
I loved it, and I love Taylor Swift, and I was a little nervous when she was going to do a completely pop album because I was enjoying the pop country hybrid, but this is amazing work. It's definitely better than Red, in my opinion, but I'm so stoked for her. I know you're so excited for her as well.
Oh, extremely. So I got a question for you, Britt, and I'm just blanking on it right now. Are you in the north or the south?
The south.
The south. Okay, that's what I thought. I was just double checking. I couldn't remember. And this isn't taking a pot shot at you at all, but thinking because I just wanted to make sure because for a second there, Britt, you sound exactly like a South Carolina Valley girl. And Taylor Swift and na. Oh my God! I was waiting for the. Oh my God!
Well, bless your little heart. No. That's a phrase down here, but well, I mean, I'm proud.
No, I know it's funny, but like when I heard that, I was like, wow, she's switching over to her Valley girl.
Something about Taylor Swift brings it out in me. What can I say?
Well, that's awesome. That's definitely going to be in a highlight reel that I'm trying to make from the show. So that'll definitely be on there.
Awesome.
Wasn't a Brit turned a Valley girl? Oh my God! And Taylor Swift.
I hope I didn't say like too much because that's the thing when I hear Valley accents. I'm kind of okay, kind of toned down. We know what you mean.
But that's just a bad habit a lot of people have. We don't realize how much we say like, and then you think about it and you try hard not to say it, and it's almost hard when you're thinking about it not to say it because you're so used to saying it in a regular conversation.
It's very true.
So I mean, that's one habit I do have off and on. I can get into it, but I'm not like oh my God, like, but it's not doesn't go to that extent, but somewhat similar. So
right.
Next up, just like that was a cool conversation. So those of you interested, Taylor Swift's new album was out, and Britt's really digging it, and. The new Slipknot album is out. Two complete opposite ends of the spectrum. The Great Chapter is out now as well, and I'm really digging that. So, whatever your likes are, you got two new albums to go and pick up, or listen to on their website. But I'll vouch for mine, and Britt will vouch for hers. So, we're gonna get into some drops here, and I know a few of them I've told you about, and probably some of them you'll be able to guess. Guess. I put a T when there shouldn't have been. But I'll play them, and I got a few, so a few will just be for fun, and a few will be name that horror movie. So horror movie, TV show, or just a horror movie or TV show, or slash sitcom, cartoon, that sort of thing. All right. So here's the first one, Britt. So we're gonna let Britt show what she does best, since she knows movies so well. We're gonna play this little clip here. Then after it's done, we're going to have Britt guess. You got 3 guesses, Britt, but I'm sure you'll get on the first one. So let's listen to this clip. And let's see. Some of the part we don't need, we can move it up a little bit to shorten it down for you. All right, so take a listen here, Britt, and everybody have a listen. We're going to start with our Halloween drops and have Britt show us why she's such a great blogger and why she knows her movies so well. So here's the first Halloween movie clip. Dig this one.